Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are here to continue our journey of our playthroughs for Kinkoi, and obviously, we are coming back to our main character, Oro, getting a fever. So we'll start right into
ロール
that.
するわよ。
$39.2 degrees Celsius.
だいぶ高いね。インフルかも。
I'm sorry. Are there any procedures for when the flu breaks out in the dorm?
部屋に隔離以外は特にないけど、あんまり外には出ないよ。頼むよ。アルコールボトルとマスクを置いていくので、外に出るときは消毒お願いしますね。
Okay. I was being treated like I was a patient zero of a major outbreak, but I guess this outcome was unavoidable.
先輩、飲み物買ってきました。ポクエリアスです。
Thank you.
あれ、私アカリスエット持ってきちった。オーロ、ポクエリとアカリどっちがいい？
I don't know the difference, so please leave me both.
運が悪いね。休みの日なら看病くらいしてやるんだけど。ちょうど今日が月曜っていうね。私、休み時間のたびに様子見に戻ってきます。
No, it's okay. It'd be awful if I got you sick too.
そうね。看病は私がするから大丈夫。なんでいいの？風邪をひかせてしまったのは私だもの。責任は取るわ。さあ、オーロ、ナースシルビーさんに何でも言ってちょうだい。姫様、登校の時間です。今日はお休みします。姫様。年2回の特別休み。今日使うわ。
Hey, Sylvie! She was the reason I got sick, but I feel ashamed if she took the day off from school just to nurse me back to health. But Sylvie didn't pay any mind.
いいから寝ていて。あ、水分はしっかりとるのよ。
She led me to my bed. Ellie likely knew she'd be fighting a losing battle against Sylvie, and I simply held her head in her hand, looking helpless. This was how my week started, with a cold and the rather huge luxury of a princess nursing me back to help at my bedside. What should I do if I was the flu, or worse yet, if I was infected? If I infected Sylvie. Sylvie was keeping an eye on me out of the goodness of her heart, and even though I doubted she complained. Sylvia.
なに、オーロ。
Why are you sitting on your knees in the corner of the room?
オーロが寝るのに邪魔にならないようによ。本当はどんな病気も治る万能薬を用意したいけれど、この世にそれがないことは科学的に証明されているわ。病気の特効薬は栄養をとって眠ることに尽きる。だからせめてその邪魔にならないようにと思って。
I see. I'm grateful. Unfortunately, Sylvie's presence was making me too nervous to even consider sleeping.
おしゃべりは楽しいけれどよくないわ、オーロ。ほら、ベッドに入って目を閉じるの。
Right.
目が冴えちゃってても目を閉じるだけでいいわ。寝る努力をしましょうね。
You're like a mom, Sylvie. I closed my eyes like she showed me. I was in legitimately bad shape, so staying like this was comforting. Try to get some sleep. I felt like I could pull that off even if she hadn't told me to. I was sleepy.
そういえば、オーラの寝顔を見るの久しぶり。小さい頃とちっとも変わらないのね。かわいい。あ、いけない。昨日は心配で寝つけなかったから。
オーロ君がご病気ですか？
この時期は心配だよね。
あいつがね。庶民は風邪ひかないって言葉は間違いだったか。
庶民はデリケートな我々とは違うから病気に強くなるとは聞きますけどね。
まあ仕方あるまい。貧乏人はろくに栄養も取れないだろう。
かわいそうに生まれからして。
なんで笑う？
いや、なんか急に嫌な金持ちキャラ復活させようとしてるから。
最近オーロ君と一緒にいると普通の友達として馴染んじゃってましたからね。
エロトークされると食いついちゃうんだよね。男子って単純。まあでもオーロ、風邪を心配してくれるような男友達までできてるんだから、もうすっかりノーブル学園に馴染んでるよね。
ですね。
心配なんてしてないよ。
んと、こっちに転校してよかったよね、オーロ。
ところで冗談抜きにオーロ君は大丈夫なのでしょうか？人手がいるならうちのメイドを看病に行かせますが。
いやー、そこら辺は大丈夫大丈夫。お姫様が看病してらっしゃるから。
今日クルス・クラウンさんが休んでるのってまさか？
ああ、心配です。
Hmm? I heard something and came to. Oh. It was past 11 o'clock already? I'd slept for about 4 hours, give or take. Some quality rest.
せや。
Ah! Startled, I cried out the moment I realized that Sylvie was but a few centimeters away.
寝ちゃってたわ。おはよう、オーロ。顔色良くなったわね。
Yeah. What just happened was kind of awful for my heart, though.
まず水分補給ね。待ってて。
Sylvie promptly reverted to nursing mode and stood up.
あら？
Yeah. The blanket over her shoulder fell.
これ。あ、オーロがかけてくれたの？
No, beats me.
うん？
Didn't sound like she had brought it with her. That means someone had come by, maybe one of her black-suited bodyguards? Sylvie opened the fridge to retrieve one of the sports drinks.
あら？
Yeah?
昨日のアップルパイの残りがなくなってる。
Ah, now I understood.
オール食べたの？
Guess so.
さあ、食欲も出てきたならよかったわ。にしてもこのブランケット誰のなのかしら。
I've got a decent idea of who it belongs to, so I'll give it back to them.
そう。
She made sure I was hydrated and checked my temperature. 30.7 degrees Celsius.
まだ高いけど峠は越えたかしらね。
I hope so.
お昼ご飯どう？食べられそうかしら。
If it's something small.
じゃあ待って、ミルクのパンがゆを作るわ。
You even going to make lunch for me? What more could I possibly ask for? Sylvie stood in the kitchen. Milk porridge was easier than ordinary rice porridge. You mildly sweetened milk with honey, then dissolved bread in it, and you were done.
はい。
I can eat on my own.
ダメよ。こぼしてやけどでもしたら大変だわ。あ、でもちょっと暑いかしら。はい、あんして。
I feel like a little kid right now.
ちょっと楽しいわ。
Now she was toying with me. I shouldn't overreact and let it go to my too much. I ate it. It was a little hot, but I dealt with it.
おいしい？
It tastes a little weak. Could you sweeten it a little more?
あんまり甘くしすぎると気持ち悪くなっちゃう。蜂蜜はあくまで栄養補給よ。我慢して。
Okay.
子供みたい。
Oh, shut up.
あ
I had her feed me. But then, after a few bites... Oh,
お腹いっぱい？
I must have drank too much. The full sensation you got when your stomach was sensitive, similar to heartburn, was setting in. I called it quits for my meal and laid back down in bed.
さあ、もう一眠りよ。風邪の時は眠るのが仕事だわ。
I know. I wasn't tired, but it was nice to lay back and relax like this. Sylvie set me down and...
あまりはいただいちゃおう。
Hey. She started to eat the leftovers bread porridge.
人の残したものを食べちゃうなんて、エルに知られたら怒られちゃうわね。
Not exactly the best manners for a princess to exhibit, for sure.
でも、うん、おいしい。甘さもちょうどいいわ。
I didn't mind if she ate it, but at least swap out the spoon. That was an indirect kiss. Sylvie looked like she was enjoying it, without a care in the world. Oh man, this was only going to make my fever worse.
さあ、オールは眠って。
She put her hand on my forehead. The slight chill of her slender fingers felt wonderful against my skin. The gesture of her hand told me to close my eyes, but I wished I could stay like this a little longer. I'm not sleepy at all. Mamo.
あらあら、困ったちゃんね。
My joke prompted her to giggle and play along.
子守歌でも歌ってあげましょうか。
Please do.
では、ほほん。坊やー、良い子だ。ドラゴンに乗って太鼓なんかこう丸い何かを持って昔話。
What the heck are you singing, Miss World-Class Pianist?
日本の子守歌って知らないんだもの。
I got a vague idea of what you want to sing, but that's not a lullaby, it's a theme song. Please sing something else.
日本の子守歌。あ、ずいずいずっころばしなんてどうかしら。
Yeah, I've heard that. It's a lullaby in a bunch of places.
じゃあ行くわね。ずいずいずっころばしごまみそずい。ほにゃほにゃほにゃほにゃどっぴんしゃ。
You don't know the song, do you?
ごめんなさい。
Oh well, even Japanese people don't really understand the lyrics.
他には、あ、タヌキの歌があるわよね。少女寺って。
Yeah, the Sojoji Temple one. Was it?
あれで行くわ。少女寺の大爆笑。
That's wrong. Stop. That's scary in more ways than one.
歌はやめておくわ。そうね、お話をしてあげる。あるところに浦島太郎という桃から生まれた身の丈が一寸ほどしかない男がおりました。
That's enough stories too. I close my eyes. Instead, leave your hand just like this until I fall asleep. It's so nice and cool.
はーい。
Those lullabies were as useless as could be, but having her beside me was enough to help me doze off. I could tell my consciousness was fading fast. It felt like I was sinking into thick magma, and it was sort of feeling you'd get when you were sick. And as it happened,
おやすみ、オーラ。起きたらもっと元気なオーラに戻ってね。
Sylvie's palm was unbelievably comfortable, and it helped lull me to sleep. By nightfall, my fever had mostly gone away.
衛生部からの報告ではインフルエンザではないようです。
Around the same time, the results of the nasal swab I'd taken yesterday had come in.
ただの風邪ね。感染は少なそうでよかった。このままゆっくり治せばあさってあたりには治せそうだね。
Thank you so much.
あさってまでね。明日までは学園お休み券が使えるからよかったわ。
シルビー様。
I'm feeling better now, so please go to school tomorrow. You only get 2 days off per year, and it would be a huge waste otherwise. I was too unsteady to stop her this morning, but the fact she used up one of her vacation days for me was more than I deserved.
私が休みたい時は私が決めます。そのために毎日頑張ってるんだもの。はあ。
Ellie couldn't possibly argue, given how hard Sylvie worked on a regular basis, leaving her utterly defeated.
それで市松殿、今晩なのですが、ボラル紅茶を残していこうと思います。
よろしくお願いします。
The old man in the black suit, who I was more or less familiar with now, stepped forward. Ah, you really don't need to go to all that trouble. Sylvie had practically gone on a rampage, which was only reason why she was able to stick around and nurse me back to health today. Or so I thought.
ボラルコーチは騎士だけど医師の免許持っているわ。頼りになるからいてもらった方がいいわ。
I see. Okay then. It would likely inconvenience Ellie and others if my illness, the same one Sylvie had caused, were prolonged. I should take them up on their offer and get back to my usual healthy self. With that, I graciously accepted. Happy to have you.
若い女をナースにつけた方が良いでしょうが、こんなじじいでお許しくだされ。
No, not at all. This old man had a sense of humor, so I was sure things would go off without a hitch.
大丈夫よ、ボラルコーチ。若い女性のお手伝いなら私がいるわ。
は
Huh?
は？
お夕飯は何が食べたい？オーロ。パンがゆよりはいいものが食べたいわよね。あ、エル、携帯の寝具を用意してくれるかしら。ふかふかさはいらないからちゃんと暖かいのをね。同じ部屋で寝たからといって私まで風邪をひいたら本末転倒だわ。
いけません。
Unsurprisingly, Ellie snapped when Zoe started issuing orders nonchalantly and acting as though she was spending the night.
相手が市松殿なので看病までは許容できるとして部屋に泊まるなど許されません。異性なのですよ。
でも風邪をひかせたのは私だし。
You probably let this one go, Sylvie.
どうして？ボラルはいいのでしょ？オール、お昼の看病の私どこか良くなかった？
Huh?
それなら諦めるけど。
Sylvie frowned and gazed downward. Huh? Things are starting to get a little dicey here. If I complimented her now, Sylvie wouldn't back down in the slightest. In fact, she seemed hell-bent on staying over. This left me with essentially one choice. The correct answer was to tell her you aren't cut out as a nurse, so go home straight to her face. With how Ellie was looking at me, she was expecting me to say as much too. Hang on, her staying over was a problem, but I didn't want to play the villain here either. How should I handle this?
お姉様、無理を言ってはいけませんわ。王族が床で寝るなどと。この部屋に泊まるなら、せめてこのゲロを床に下ろして、お姉様が高い位置のベッド。ソルティレージュが許せる最低のラインはそこです。
I don't know where Mina threw in her thoughts from a slightly different angle. Sylvia was determined to stay over, but would totally feel guilty kicking me out of the bed and looked visibly bothered by the thought.
どうしてもというなら、私のベッドをお使い遊ばせ。今晩は部屋を交換いたしましょう。私がお姉様の部屋を使いますので、お姉様は私の部屋を。
Mina's room was across from mine. Sylvie's face instantly lit up.
神なる様、それは。
なにエロいな。私とお姉様が部屋を交換するだけの話ですわよ。あなた騎士の分際で私とお姉様の遊びに割って入るような無礼者でしたかしら。
This This scary lady convinced her using her royal authority in a different way from Sylvie.
お姉様は寝るときは必ず私の部屋にすること。この部屋に入るときはボラルコーチェ同伴。よろしくて。そうね。風が移らないようにするにはその方がいいわ。ほら、寝ているときに何かあったら電話で呼んでくれれば10秒で行くから。
Sure. If that did happen, I'll call the old man instead.
はあ、ボラルコーチェ。
分かっております。
With that, the knights seem to have come to an understanding too. With a wing for Mina, she led Ellie's group out with her. With that, Sylvie could continue nursing me back to health until it was time for lights out.
ジーヤさん。
お久しぶりにございます、妃様。
なんでオーロの部屋の前で突っ立ってんの？
ほっほっほ。私、空気の読めるジジイで通っておりますゆえ。
おかゆって本来はお米で作るのよね。北欧ではお米が手に入りにくいからパンがゆになるけど。
Maybe it's like what they call risotto in Northern Europe.
リゾットとは違う感じがするわ。あっちはお米を使った煮込み料理という感じだけど、こっちはお米を溶かした感じ。日本人って本当にお米が好きよね。
From our point of view, rice is an essential element to any meal, and it's fascinating how Westerners see it as nothing more than a simple ingredient.
はい、あーん。
No small wonder. I'd gotten used to this now. 2. Sylvie made rice porridge for dinner and included a pickled plum on top to resemble the red circle from the flag of Japan.
この真っ白に梅干し一つってセンス、いかにも日本人らしくて好きだわ。
Well, yeah, it is our national flag.
というか、綺麗な感じ。無駄に手を加えずさっぱりしている感じ。この梅干しというのはくせ者なのだけどね。ちょっと一口。
Sylvie peppered away at an edge piece with her spoon and took a bite. Careful. Careful.
納豆は大丈夫なのだけど、梅干しは強敵だわ。オーロは梅干し大丈夫？
I am Japanese after all. I didn't like them enough to go out of my way to eat them, but I did enjoy the cleansing feeling it had on my body when you felt unwell.
じゃあ一口気をつけてね。
So we scooped up another small portion onto the spoon. What's wrong?
いけない。これってなんていうのだったかしら。アンデルセン？
You mean an indirect kiss?
それそれ。スプーン変えてこなくちゃ。
She was fine being on the receiving end, but was apparently self-conscious when it was reversed. What a weird girl. Swapping them out would be a pain. I took a bite by force.
もう、オーロったら。
So this is the taste of an indirect kiss with the princess.
その言い方、なんだかいやらしいわ。お味のほどは？
Sour, what sort of mouth do you have, Sylvie?
梅干しです。
She giggled. I was back to my usual healthy self. However, Sylvie still felt as close as ever. She was more than just a friend, but the closest equivalent I could think of to describe our current relationship with might be close childhood friends. It sure was strange. I could hardly believe that Sylvie and I had gotten close so easily. My phone suddenly vibrated. Oh yeah, turned off the ringer since it was annoying me. It wasn't an incoming call, but a message via Lewin.
どうしたの？
Nothing, I think I figured out where my cold came from. Huh, cold apparently came from Chica.
そうなんだ。
I'm sorry, Sylvie. Looks like you had nothing to do with me getting sick.
いいのよ。私が寒い中付き合わせたのは確かなんだから。それに原因が誰とかではなく、オーロが苦しんでいるなら看病したいわ。
What a great girl.
にしても、ちえかちゃん？本当にオーロにとって大事な子みたいね。
Huh?
昨日から思っていたのだけど、今のやりとりでもそうだった。ちえかちゃんに対する時のオーロは、私やエル、レイナに対する誰とも違う顔をするわ。すごく優しくて、でもちょっとひねくれた感じ。何も取り繕いのない顔。オーロが1だった頃からずっとの仲だもの。きっと私たちじゃ間に入れない絆があるのね。
Well, you could say that. In terms of how long we've been together, of the woman I knew, I'd say she was second only to Mom.
ちょっと羨ましいわ。私にもそういう人いないわけじゃないけれど。
Hmm?
やっぱりね、王族だからあまり深くは仲良くなれないの。その人とはあくまで付き合いが長いという程度で。本当は昔みたいに遊びたいんだけどな。
I had no idea what look I had on my face when dealing with Chica. But I didn't overlook the fact that in that moment, Sylvia's expression warped into one I'd never seen before. It was a look I was sure was meant for someone much more meaningful to her than me, someone she only played with when we were little. Why was there this feeling of almost irritation racing through my chest? What are they like? What's their name?
イロエといって4つ上で今は騎士をしているわ。
I see. A man then. How about that?
でも、もう11ヶ月も会ってないわ。前に会ったのはお正月なのね。不思議。小さい頃はそれこそ毎日一緒だったのに。
I wondered why. I wanted to console that lonely-looking Sylvie in some clever way, but my mouth refused to move. The haziness in my heart might show in my voice, and I didn't want that.
オーロが羨ましい。そんな相手と仲良くできる。楽しくおしゃべりやメッセージ交換ができる。そんな人のためにかっこいいことができる。
And then...
よろしいですかな？
That was when the old man came in. He had 2 massive buckets and a wash basin in tow.
今日は風呂はご遠慮いただくとして、体の汗を落としましょう。
Right. He was here to wipe me down by the sound of it.
いいわね。私もやるわ、ボラルコーチェ。
Hey now. I expected this, but Sylvie really was eager.
ほっほっほ。 姫様、いくらなんでも男性なのです。レディーに体を拭かれては恥ずかしがらせてしまいますぞ。
それはそうね。
The old man was much more eloquent than Ellie. Definitely adept at handling Sylvie. There were 3 containers full of hot water. He instructed me to put my feet in the 2 buckets, then wrung out a towel in the remaining basin. 2 towels to be specific.
ですので下半身は自分が、姫様は上半身をお願いいたします。
Sir?
ほっほっほ。おい先短い好み。姫様の恨みを買うのは少しでも減らしたいですからな。
He seemed skilled at handling her, but had no intention of actually doing so.
さあオーロ、服を脱いで。
Wait. Hey, don't force it.
オーロの乳首かわいい色してる。
Stop! In the end, Sylvie watched me all over that day. That was one thing to be anxious about, but it had been too jam-packed a day to let it bother me. Alright, we're gonna end this part right here. Man. Nurse Sylvie, man. Wild. She is wild. But we obviously know who took the apple pie. It's kind of obvious. Most likely it was Rhea, so that means Rhea snuck into the dorm room, put a blanket over Sylvie, and then proceeded to take the apple pie. Which was hers, and rightfully so, so I'm not gonna be mad about that. But yeah, so we're gonna end it here. So until next time, thank you guys, and have a nice day.